So in this next means what? Next function, what it does, it returns the next token or next word in the input as what? A string. That means it is going to consider the next thing in the form of what? A string. And in that string, whatever the character that we are going to enter, the first character was generated by this character. That means simply indirectly what happens is this is going to generate string. You can store this in some string called as, and later you can call s dot caret at 0, and that can be stored in char ch. That can be stored in what? Char ch. Instead of this, what Java people are doing is, that in dot next generates a string. This can be considered as string. String dot caret of 0. This is what they are saying. Instead of writing that into two steps, they're writing it in one single step. Is it clear for you? Respond.
Yes, sir.
No. Now let's
Yes,
compile this Java C space scan demo.java. Very good. 3 responses I got out of 62. And any information about examination, students?
Yes,
What is that?
bit papers are online exam.
Objective. Okay.
DBMS money.
Okay. If that was the case, I don't know whether you'll be receiving the questions or not. No, I not saved it. Okay, not taken chart here. I need to take char. See, I entered SKR as enter any character. It is going to take the complete string and it is going to print the value as what? S over that. The first character it is going to print. Okay, clear with this, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, students, you are observed or not, with the help of this scanner class, whatever the primitives that we have and all those primitives we discussed, we seen how to read integer, character, float, double also you can read, and boolean is there, and that also we will read. And now onwards, try to write all programs with respect to this scanner class only. Enter boolean value. Okay. Now let's see. Yes.
Second character కావాలంటే caret 1 అని పెట్టుకోవాలి సార్.
Now, if you need second character, then you can take here as character 1. We'll be taking like that. Sorry, Shrikar. I said Kaushik. This other student. Whether we have this boolean or not, I don't know, but I'm using it. So now we are taking caret 1 over there, and then we are taking boolean. Let's see whether we'll be getting any error. Oh, already B was defined. Okay, fine. Let's take here B1.
సార్ B1 కూడా ఉంది సార్.
B1 కూడా ఉందా? B2 లేదు, B2 కూడా ఉంది. See, got it? Srikar?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, again. Okay. Fine. Clear with this, everyone? How to read Boolean also we have seen. And just very simple scanner. Yes, the scanner in is equal to new scanner. And if you want to read a line, the next line or a string, next line you can use. Next int if you want to read an integer, next float if you want to read a float. And what by giving the spaces also you can read two integers or two floating point numbers. And if you want to read a character like this, you can read. And if you want to read a Boolean, then you can take this the next Boolean and you can print the things like that. And if you want to read short also, next to short. Okay. Clear with this, everyone, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So can I proceed with console class? Any doubts in this scanner class? Very, very important, students. Respond. Can I proceed with console class?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Good number of responses. Very good. Very good. Very fine. So, in a program, scanner class the.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Lidre రాశారు అన్నమాట program. Fine. Now, using console class, java.io.console class provides method to access character-based console device to access the character-based character-based control device. If any device associated with current Java virtual machine, then console class was added to java.io from JDK 6th version onwards. 1.6 version onwards, this console class was added into your Java, and this console class is going to access the console which was attached to the JVM. That means directly or indirectly to your JVM, all input and output devices has been attached here. Console can be considered as what your output device or your monitor, and that was attached with the JVM. And it has becoming a preferred way for reading users input from the command line. In addition, it can be used for reading passwords like input without echoing it. The characters entered by the user without echoing it, the characters entered by the user. The format string syntax also can be used like system.out.println. And drawbacks is does not works in non-interactive environments such as an IDEs. So it's not going to work in IDEs, students. So that's the reason it's not going to be preferred, even though it was added in 1.6 version. But one thing that is that when you are going to read the passwords kind of thing, then we can make use of this console class. Then we can make use of this console class. And how this console class will be there, and how to get this console class, creating an object of console class. And they said something like password reading password like that I will be discussing. And first of all, before going into this, let's have a look about this console class. First of all, let's open this Java API. Let's open this Java API. Java API. Java API. Java.io. What's the class? What's the class? In class, Rama, such as
Console, sir.
Any variables? We don't have any variables, but we have some methods. We have one printf method, and then what flush format read line reads a single line of text from the console, and read password reads a password or phrase, a passphrase from the console without echoing disabled. And then writer and then reader is also there, like different things were there. Okay, so what we'll be doing is we'll be using read line and then what read password methods from this console class, because those methods are very simple, uh, because those those are not going to take any arguments. If we suppose you want to use this thing like read line use చేయాలంటే మీరు then click చేయాలి. ఇక్కడ ఈ parameters అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి, why they are taking this, what's the object, all these things you need to understand, and they you can make use of that. It takes 15-20 minutes time for us to understand and to do that. So the thing is how to refer the things will be knowing, right? And if there is a real requirement is there, then we can if there is any requirement is there in your project, then what you can refer the Java API and you can find appropriate method over there, right? So let's see console first program console class. The way of getting the object is somewhat different, students here. The way of getting console object is somewhat different over here. See, what we have done is without creating an object, directly we are reading the data. You can see system.out.println, enter any string. Enter any string we are taken. And now I'm not creating any object. So simply I use system.console. Today you'll be finding different things over here. System.console. So first of all, let's talk about the system.console. System.console. This system.console, the purpose of the system.console is to create an object of console class. To create an object of console class. Now, generally, how we'll be creating? We'll be creating like this. We'll be creating like this. Okay. Now again, the system.console, why it was came into the picture? You might be asking a question, right? Let's see what class it is. Let's see what class it is. So it's a final class, public final class, but constructor we don't have. Let's see whether we'll be creating an object of this console class or not, whether it generates any error or not. I will be explaining you that system.console also. Don't worry. I thought it contains a private constructor. Because of that reason, we are not in a position to create an object. So let's see whether Java compiler will be generating any error or not. We not included package over there. So console has a private access. Console has a private access in console, but we are not able to see any constructor here. Are you going to see any constructor here? not seen any private over here, students. Have you observed or not?
Yes, sir.
We are not seeing any private constructor. Let's see other constructor here, Java P space Java dot IO dot exception, whether we'll be seeing any constructor for those things or not. Okay, from util, right? Doesn't exist. Displaying constructors. Public dot landlord string. But here we are not finding any constructor, but even though we are not able to create an object. Static we are taken, public we are taken, not any private access specifiers are also not there. Okay, I will discuss this. I will discuss this later. So because in Java API also we are not able to see. See, if any constructor, if any class has a private constructor, then what we are not in a position to create an object of that class outside the class. And console has not a private constructor, but when we compile it, the Java compiler is saying that console has a private access specifier. Java compiler saying that console has what private access specifier, has a private access in console. So we are not able to create an object. But in Java API, we are not going to see anywhere. And moreover, it's not extended by anything. Suppose method to access console, if any associated, whenever Java is independent underlying code, here they given some message there. Also has a console depending upon underlying platform and also upon manner in which you work. So here they given something you can see. If this Java virtual machine is a has a console, it is represented by a unique instance of this class, which can be obtained by invoking system.console method. System.console method. That means in the documentation they're clearly specifying that we can access object of this class from system.console. System.console. See, what is the purpose of this system.console is this console is right now we are in system class. I clicked on it. Right now we are in system class. You can see class system. So where it is, here it is. Now this console is one static method. You can see console is static method. Console is static method. This console static method return type is console. Return type is what? A console. Console is nothing but an object, or it is a class in java.io. That means just like your method like add method returns integer. Add public static int space add and add method returns what? Integer over there. Here also console is a method with small letters. Console is a method and that console method returns console object. Returns console object. Returns a unique console object associated with current Java machine if any. This system console if any, otherwise this system returns console. Otherwise if any it returns what? Null. It returns what? Null. Okay, and it was there in 1.6 version onwards. That means for few things, what they are done, they are giving some restrictions internally they are given, or what I'm not able to understand here because API also not specifying there is no private constructor. But at the time of compiling, the Java compiler is saying that it contains what a private constructor. It contains what private constructor. That's the reason we are not able to create an object like this. We're not able to create an object like this. Okay. We're not able to create an object like this, but we can create an object. See, one thing it's very clear, students, there is no private constructor, but we are not able to create an object of this console class like this. We are not able to create an object of console class like this. If you are able to create an object of console class like this, then your Java compiler is generating what? An error. And you observed or not one thing, in your console class, we don't have any constructor. We don't have a default constructor also. If you thought that if there is some other parameterized constructor in console class means there won't be any default constructor, but there is no parameterized constructor, there is no default. constructor. I need to work on it. Whether if you take some final classes, is there anything is there in that I will discuss, that I will work out on it, and I will get back to you. And in the clearly, if you need an object of console class, then what we need to use in the documentation itself, they're specifying that system.console will gives us what? An object class. What do you mean by system? Means system is a class, console is a method in system class, console is a method in system class. Now with the help of that, we'll be getting an object. We'll be getting an object. That means if you want to create an object, means simply what we'll be doing here for this console. So system is a class. Under the system class, we have a static method console, and this console method gives us console object, and that has been stored in console reference. Just like how we are going to write one simple example I'm giving here, interspace add, inside this add, this is going to return some value, return what a 10. And now when I'm going to call add function, I'm going to take interspace c is equal to add. I'm going to take the meaning of this is add function gives us integer value, and that integer value I'm storing in one integer variable called c. And same thing happening over here. System contains one class called console, and this console class gives us console object, and that object I'm storing in console reference. That object I'm storing in console reference. Now in the place of integer, we are taking what here? Console. In the place of integer, we are taking what here? Console. Is it clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Only 2 students understood it.
Clear.
Clear, sir.
Clear. Clear.
Clear, sir.
Okay, and okay, right, system.out.println enter any string, and we are creating console object, and we are reading this complete line by using console object c.readline, and we are storing it in S, and we are going to print that value on the screen. So let's save this. Java C console demo.java. So enter any string. I'm going to enter some string, and that string was printed out. Okay, fine. Now let's enter into one more program over here. Console read password. Okay, so now what we are going to do over here is class space console read password, and here I'm creating an object of this. Now I'm asking user to enter password, and you're asking user to enter what? A password. Now I'm going to store it in character array. Why I'm storing it in character array? Let's go with this console class. Let's go with console class, and let's go with read password method. And this read password method is going to generate the thing in the form of character. It's not generating in the form of string. So that's the reason we are taking the return type as what? Character array, and read password, and complete characters is going to be stored in the ch. And after that, if you are facing any issue, you can print the ch thing by using what? For loop like this, for I is equal to 0, and then I less than ch.length semicolon, and then I plus plus. You can print system.out.print what? Ch of I. Okay, and we'll be making this statement in this statement also in this. Okay, right. After printing that, we'll be asking the user enter line of text. So we'll be using readline method. Previously we used again readline method. Again here also we are using readline method. Let's save this program. Let's compile this. Java C space console read password.java, console read password.java, and then Java space -cp generating an error. We are not declared I. So it's asking us to enter the password. I'm going to enter something, and that something is not visible over there. That's the meaning echoing. And then I entered a password over here, whatever the password that I entered, and that password I got over here. Now it is asking enter line of text. I'm entering some line of text over here, something this line of text, and the line of text is going to be printed over. You can observe here in the PPT, what they are saying is, in addition, it can be used for reading a password like input. That means it is going to read a password like input without echoing it. Echoing in the sense what, students? See, you can see the difference here. You can see the difference when we are executing. When it is asking the password, when I'm going to enter something like this SKR 247 I entered, but it's not echoing there. It's not displaying over there, but it is displayed after that. Why it is displayed after that means in the program what we are done, we displayed by using what character array over there. We displayed the password by using what character array over there. If this is not there, I'm going to save it. I'm removing it. Now I'm going to compile this program again. I'm entering some line of text. Right? So again, I'm compiling this program. I removed that character array over there. Again, I'm executing this program. Okay, enter password means I'm entering SKR 247. But I'm not able to see it because I did not printed the password by using for loop or by using something else. So it's not going to be echoed, but when I'm going to accept a line of text, I'm going to print the same SKR 789, and this is going to be appeared over here. When I'm going to enter, that is going to be appeared. This is what echoing, and here the password is not echoing over there. The password is stored in a variable called what? CH, character array. Now this character array I would like to convert in the form of a string. I would like to convert that character in the form of string. So your string class has one static method, and the name of that static method is value of method. This value of method takes a character array and converts that in the form of string, and that string has been stored in PASS pass. Now I'm going to print this PASS, that is password, and then I'm going to accept the line of string over there, and then I'm going to accept the line of string over there. Okay, so Java C space console, I not saved it, right? I'm going to enter password as SKR147. So I got password is SKR147, and I'm going to enter line of text as what? SKI, and then I got this. Okay, clear with this, students?
Yes, sir.
Do you are
Yes, sir.
thinking that I'm explaining program for myself? No or yes? నాకు నేనే ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ చెప్పుకుంటున్నాను కొంతమంది పిల్లలు ఫీల్ అవుతున్నారంట, నిజమేనా అది? I came to know.
Oh, sir.
I came to know from few comments that Sar is explaining what the programs were himself. Don't know why this kind of comment I received. Okay, fine. Whatever it might be, those are benefit. Those are getting some benefit. At least 50% of the students are getting benefit from me. I'm going to trust it. So for the sake of that 50%, at least I will be explaining all these things. You can make a note of the students fast, and after that we'll be having 5 minutes of break, and then we'll be discussing about files. Okay, make a note of this fast.
సార్ ఒక్కసారి ఎకోయింగ్ అంటే అర్థం చెప్తారా?
ఎకోయింగ్ అంటే నాన్న, ఇప్పుడు మీరు జాగ్రత్తగా చూడండి, అందరూ జాగ్రత్తగా చూడండి. ఎంటర్ పాస్వర్డ్ అంటున్నాను రా, నేను ఇక్కడ ఎస్ ఎంటర్ చేశాను, కనిపిస్తుందా?
నో సార్.
లేదు, అంటే ఎస్ అనేది అక్కడ ప్రింట్ అవ్వట్లేదు, అక్కడ నాకు కనిపించట్లేదు. యూజర్ అనేవాడు ఎస్ ఎంటర్ చేస్తుంది అన్నట్టుగా నాకు కనిపించట్లేదు. కే ఎంటర్ చేశాను, కనిపించిందా?
నో సార్.
No, sir.
ఆర్ ఎంటర్ చేశాను, కనిపించిందా? Those
No, sir.
things were not going to be displayed because in the program I'm using read password. And what is the purpose of this read password is it's going to read the passwords without echoing it on the screen. It hides whatever the characters that user is going to enter. That characters was hide by this read is going to hide, which is going to have read password method is going to hide. Now I entered skr, I think, right? So I got skr. But మీరు సేమ్ ఇన్పుట్ ని యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఇంకొక లైన్ ఆఫ్ టెక్స్ట్ ని రీడ్ చేస్తున్నారు, రీడ్ లైన్ మెథడ్ యూస్ చేసి. రీడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇక్కడ నేను టెక్స్ట్ ఇస్తున్నాను, ఎస్కేఆర్ అని చెప్పి ఇచ్చాను, తర్వాత 147 అని ఇచ్చాను. కనిపిస్తుంది కదా నాకు?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is what echoing. This is what echoing. But when you're accepting the password, it's not echoing. It's not printing the password over there. Wantedly, we are printing the password over there. Clear? Difference అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
ఇక్కడ ఎస్కేఆర్ 23 అని ఎంటర్ చేస్తే కనిపిస్తుంది, బట్ ఇక్కడ ఎస్కేఆర్ అని నేను ఎంటర్ చేశాను, బట్ అది నాకు కనిపించట్లేదు. దట్స్ వాట్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఎకోయింగ్. అండ్ యుల్ బి హ్యావింగ్ దిస్ థింగ్ ఇన్ get ch. You heard about get ch. I think diploma students will heard about it. If you are running the programs through Turbo C++, you might be learning about this get ch. Have you heard, Gayatri? Make a note of this. There you will be knowing the meaning of echo in C language itself. If you are using Turbo C++, you will be knowing it. The difference between get ch and get ch. Do you know the purpose of get ch in C language? Students, let's.
Scan, sir.
Other scans, what scans?
Scanner బదులు అది వాడతాం.
స్కానర్ బదులు అది వాడతావా? స్కానర్ బదులు అది వాడతావా? ఓకే, ఫైన్. సరే, నోట్ చేసుకోండి ఇదైతే త్వరగా. Make it fast. Pawan is there today? No, Pawan. Srikar, Pawan రాలేదా ఇవాళ?
లేదు సార్,
Why?
పూజ ఉందంటే సార్ ఇంట్లో.
Okay. కార్తికేయ ఉన్నాడు, మణితేజ ఉన్నాడు. So one message I received, dev C use చేస్తాం సార్. Okay. Completed writing this. Make it fast. Nana already time on the waste ante sorry. But we are discussing more on this. It takes 10-15 minutes, that's it, but we discussed almost half an hour. Completed, respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yeah, make a note of this. Two functions we are used. Make a note of this too. Fast. త్వరగా. Are you able to see the program?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Completed?
Yes.
Only one student done it?
Complete.
Respond.
Completed, sir.
And let's go with the next program to read the data. So this is the content that we are going to read from the file. See what we are doing is we taking file input string here, and the file input string we are taking within this parenthesis myfile.txt, and then we are going to print some message file content, and we're taking interspace ch. Now what was happened here is ch is equal to fis dot read open and closing parenthesis. I'm going to read the content of the ch, so first character from file, and I'm going to check whether it is not equal to -1 or not. Now what happens with this fis.read means, if this fis.read function is going to read the data from the file, it was reached to the last means, then it returns -1. It returns what? -1. If there is if the file was reached, if all characters was read in the file, if there are no characters in the file, then it returns what? -1. So I'm reading the first character, and however the first character is not equal to -1. So ch is not equal to -1 means enters into the while loop. And inside this while loop, what I'm going to do is I'm going to print this ch by converting it into in the form of what character, because this fis.read gives byte, and that byte is going to be stored in ch, or integer is going to be stored in ch, and then I'm going to print that in the converting into integer. After that, again I'm going to read the second character. I'm checking whether the second character is not equal to -1 or not. I'm going to print it. Okay, like that I'm going to read the content of the file. So java c space file read demo.java, file read demo.java, and then java space okay. So simply you'll be getting the content of the file, that technoteskranti.blogspot.in. Technoteskranti.blogspot.in. Clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, make a note of this fast. Are you able to see the program?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now let's go with one more program over here. So let's go with file read write. Okay. Now this is a program, one single program where we are combining sending the data into a file and what do you say, reading the data from the file. So you see what is going to be happen in this program is we'll be sending some data from keyboard to Java program to file, and then we'll be getting the data from file to Java program, and we are printing the data on the output screen. We are printing the data on the output screen. But one thing that I'm going to do over here is I'm asking the user to give the file name. I'm asking the user to enter what a file name, whatever the file name that user wants, and he can give that file name. So you can see in my folder, in files folder, there is only one single file till now, that is mytext.txt, and apart from that, no other file is there. Myfile.txt is there. Now I'm going to create another file with a name called myfile1.txt. Myfile1.txt, right? So let's see here. Let's see the program over here and how I'm going to do. Import space java.io, import space java.util, and import space java.lang package. These packages are included over here. And then class space file read write, public static void main string throws IO exception. I'm taking one character variable over here, and then I'm creating data input stream object. Data input stream dis equal to new data input stream system.in. And now I'm asking the user to enter a file name. I'm asking the user to enter what a file name, and that file name I'm going to store. I'm going to read that particular file name by using readline. See, this readline method is there in many classes. Buffer read it is there, and then scanner class it is there, and then what console class it is there, and your data input stream reader also, data input stream class also it is there. So readline method is there, and this readline method reads the data in the form of bytes, and that is going to be stored in a string object called file. String object called what a file. Okay, so this file contains a file name. So that means it gives us some message on the output screen, enter file name. I'm going to give some file name as what a sk.txt or demo.txt. That file name I'm giving, and that file name is going to be stored in file. That file name is going to be stored in file. Now I would like to create whatever the file name that user is giving. That file, if exists, I need to open. I need to change. I need to delete the content of the file, and I need to replace a new content into it. If what file does not exist, I need to create a new file. So this file output stream, what it does is it creates a new file. So file output stream FOS is equal to new file output stream followed by what a file. If I given demo.txt and in my folder there is no file called demo.txt, it will be created. It will be created, and what a link is going to be established from your Java program to that particular file. From your Java program to this particular file. And these three statements are clear for you. These four statements are clear for you. Respond.
Yes, sir.
Only one student. These four statements are clear for you or not? Respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what we'll be doing is we'll be asking the user to enter text, and to terminate the text we'll be using what @ symbol. We'll be using what @ symbol. Now we are writing a code here that ch is equal to this dot read, this dot read, this dot read. We are reading the taking the first character from the keyboard, and we are checking whether that character is while ch not equal to @ ch not equal to @ ch is not equal to @ right? If ch is not equal to @ means, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take fos dot write of ch, fos of write of ch. After that, ch is equal to char of dis dot read opening and closing parenthesis semicolon. Like that, we are sending the data into a file. Like this, we are sending a data into a file. Here, this is how we'll be sending the data into a file. Up to now, is it clear? Respond.
Yes,
up to now, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now we send the data from your Java program to a file. Now we are getting the data from file to your Java program. For that purpose, again, what I'm going to do is I'm taking some other variable, or you can use the same variable, system.out.println file content, file input stream read input stream ifis is equal to new file input stream, and here I'm taking the file name, the same file name which was given earlier, the same file I'm going to use, and I'm going to open that particular file. I'm going to take ch1 is equal to char of, or ch1 is equal to fis dot read of fis of read, and after that we'll be checking whether ch1 not equal to -1 or not. If it is not matching to the last character, then it enters into this loop. It enters into this loop and it prints the character. It prints the character. After printing the character, again ch1 is equal to fis dot read, fis dot read, right? So fis dot close, fis dot close, file input stream close and file output stream close. That means previously we had written two programs. Now we combine the two programs as one single program over here. That's it. Apart from this, nothing is there. One new thing was introduced over here is read line. That we will be taking the file name from the user. That's it. And that string we are taken over here. And now let's compile this program. Let's compile this program. Java C space demo. Sorry, file read write dot Java. We are compiling it. We are compiling it. Some depreciation methods we used, I think. So that's the reason it's generated an error. So Java space -cp. It's not error, it's a warning. And compile it. File read write. Enter. So it's asked the file name. You can observe here we don't have a file called demo, and I'm going to enter demo.txt. Demo.txt. Now I would like to send the data into this demo.txt, that is S. Krant Reddy, and then assistant professor, Vigyan Department of CSC, Vigyan. Okay, and I'm going to enter Atin. And the file content, I used to get the file content as this. Okay, so this is how we'll be getting the data. Now, what we'll be doing is the same thing what you've done in your first year, like first program name copying, reading and writing the data. Next thing is copying the content of one file into another file. Copying the content of one file into another file. Next, copying the content of two files into what? Third file, right? So I will be showing you one program, one more program now itself. I will be showing you the execution of that. One more program is there, merging the content of two files into a third file, that you need to do it. That will be what considered as an assignment for you all today. And I will be showing you one more program, copying the content of one file into another file. Bear with me another 5 minutes. Notepad file copy .java. Data input stream dis equal to new data input stream.
సార్ ఎపెండ్ చేయడానికి ఎపెండ్ మోడ్ అలాగా ఏముండవా సార్ ఇక్కడ?
Yeah, that's what at last I would like to say the same point and try to, you have to dig it and how to append the data. Is it possible or not? Okay, two things I want to say at last, but you asked it earlier. Very good. Try to find it out, Srikar, whether we can do append operation in what Java or not. Is it possible or not? Definitely it is possible. Okay. Do it. And tomorrow's class, mostly tomorrow, if I'm possible, I will be taking BEFA class, or else again Friday I used to take BEFA class and as well as my class. What is that here? File f1 is equal to dis dot read line. Okay. Next. Enter first file name. First file name must be what? The file should exist already. Okay, enter second file name. Now I would like to copy the content of first file into second file. So first file I stored in F1. I'm going to take here input. This file has to exist. And second file I need to take as what? Output stream. Why means I need to sorry, input. That's it. That's right. That's it. So the output stream and a file, kotha file ayi undali. Okay. Input stream and a file already existing ayi undali, అందులో content undali. ఆ content తీసుకెళ్ళి ఇంకో file లోకి copy చేస్తున్నాం. See, let's save this. Let's execute this Java C space file copy dot Java. What's the next class, students?
OS, sir.
You people are very much interested with OS, I know, right? Am I correct? Speaker,
బాగున్నాయి సార్ కాన్సెప్ట్ సార్.
huh?
ప్రాసెస్ కాన్సెప్ట్ నడుస్తుంది, బాగుంది సార్ కాన్సెప్ట్.
Yeah. OS complete imagination subject. If you understood, it would be very good. Enter first file name. See, I'm going to take the first file name which is exist. Which file will be taking demo or my file? A file this input ga respond. Demo or my file? I'm taking here demo.txt. Second file name, it should be new one. It should be a new one. See, I'm going with the demo1.txt, which is not there. Okay. Now, exception in threadman index 1 out of bound exception something. What's the problem? So I think we used something else, arg anywhere. Okay, fine. 1 minute, students. Arg of 1 means it should be. So this, before this, I would like to give introduction about command line arguments, but time is not sufficient to go with that. So let's see. Java C space. Okay, next compile, run it. Now I'm giving here the file name as you can check over here whether it is created. Demo1 is already created. Now I'm going to delete this again. Just give me 1 minute. I will be closing this session. And here I'm taking something like this. The name of the file that I'm going to take here as demo.txt, and the second file name I'm taking demo1.txt. So file content. Now if you open this demo1, you'll be getting the content. If you open this demo1, you'll be getting the content. Eskanth Reddy, Assistant Professor, Department of CS. Okay. So just go through this program, the same program. And if you have any doubts, you can ask, otherwise you can leave. So if you have any doubts, you can ask, otherwise we'll leave, others need to start, right?